Hey friends, thanks for clicking on this video. And this one is going to be all about how to prevent yourself from crashing out for real, y'all. Because after the week I had, it's just like chaos all around you. Nah, we're not bringing that in the 30. We are finding the calm. We are staying in peace. So stick around for tips on how to get back to yourself. Hey y'all, welcome to Letters to 30. It's where we discuss all things personal growth and wellness, how we take care of ourselves from the inside out while also going after our biggest dreams, okay? It's what we do over here. So go like, comment, and subscribe right now, y'all. I'm really on a journey to growing this community, and I want to do that authentically just by being me. So what comes with that is to give y'all the real stuff, okay? This week has been a week. I'm gonna just say it like it is. Crashed out, okay? And it don't feel good when you're in it. It does not feel good when you're in it. But to be on the other side of that right now, thank you, God, okay? Because, look, life has its things, especially when you're in your early 30s and look, you're maintaining friendships. You have your wellness goals. You have your schedule and your routine. And look, I'm a type A Scorpio girly, so I'm serious about my routine, which means finances, which means health, which means work, which means hobbies. And sometimes, we put too much pressure on ourselves. No pressure, all purpose. That's what I say over here, no pressure, all purpose. But sometimes we put pressure on ourselves. And I really feel like a lot of times that's what leads to the chaos and the crash out and the burnout. So I'm here to tell you my tips on how to get yourself to a place of calm and peace when you feel like all of those things that you got going on, it's just not aligning. Something ain't aligning, but you gotta align your mind. You gotta align what you got going on in your mindset so you can be the calm in the midst of chaos, okay? I'm gonna show you how you can be steady, okay? You don't let these folks get you down, okay? Because you're that girl, all right? So stick around. Let's get into these lessons. My tip number 1, y'all, is to identify your feelings before you crash out, okay? So if you're in a situation where you feel like your body has a response to something that's happening, something that's stressing you out, okay? Let's just say you got to pay a bill on time and you don't have the money to pay this bill, and you feel your body reacting to the fact that you know that you cannot pay this bill. Identify that. Don't just let this sit there. Don't just have this body reaction and then just go on about your day, because it's going to stay there right where you left it, okay? So identify the feeling and let it out, whatever that means to you. Scream in a pillow. If you mad that you don't have the money to pay for this bill, go scream in a pillow right now. Right now. Don't wait for a week or 2 weeks and then you don't know what to do with that feeling. Identify the feeling. Identify the way your body reacted to that feeling. Let's be real about it, okay? And identify it in a space where we can say it with clarity, not when we're clouded because we got a million other things that have been piling up, okay? I'm preaching to the choir. I'm guilty, okay? So that's my first tip. Identify the feeling and let it out how you need to in a safe way. Tip number two. I'm an affirmation queen. It's because I believe in the power of tongue. I believe in manifestation. What you say, the words that you use are true. And that's just what it is. So I have a few affirmations that I'll repeat to myself when I feel like everything around me is just gone wild. This is what I'll say to myself. I wrote them down. Just because there's chaos around me doesn't mean I have to feel chaotic. I love that. It's not worth my time nor my integrity to concern myself with this. I release the chaos around me and embrace inner peace. And I am present in this moment. Okay? Remind yourself that you are present in this moment. Regardless of whatever else is going around, you're here right now. You're not worried about the next thing that's coming, the future, or the past of what has already happened. You are right here in the present moment in your own body. Your own body is not chaotic, okay? And really just affirming that you gotta play a little bit of tricks and games with your brain. The words that you use, your brain believes them. So speak positively, honey, okay? And even in the midst of those like mini crash outs, those even when you're in the midst of an actual crash out, you can get your brain to still use those affirmations, even if you don't believe it, and watch what happens, okay? Tip number 3, y'all. This one is, and could be situational, but it might help you. If someone is the cause of the chaos around you, even though nobody as a fully functioning, mature adult is able to shake you, okay? Let's start there, okay? You have ownership of your body, and nobody or anything can turn that one around, okay? But that's besides the point. The point is that if somebody says something to you that's chaotic, before you respond how you really want to, just ask, what do you mean by that? And this isn't an original thing. I've heard this. I've heard this multiple times. But every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, I need to use that more. You know why? You asking what do you mean by that allows your body to delay its fight response, okay? And that is so important because when it comes down to having these crash outs, when it comes down to finding peace in the midst of a crash out, giving yourself a chance to just breathe and to sit and to think before you speak is so important, okay? Because when you're dealing with chaotic situations, anything can come out of your mouth. So you really have to ask that question. What do you mean by that? And then, if they're still trying it, don't get me wrong. If someone's trying it, you try them. I don't know if that's healthy. But still, yeah. What do you mean by that? You just see what they say. All right, y'all. This is tip number 4. When you are feeling like you're about to get swooped into chaos, don't spiral. Don't look deeper. Don't think deeper into it. You have to breathe. You have to clear your mind and breathe. I wish I could teach y'all breath work. Maybe we can learn together. I don't know breath work well, but what I do know is going down the spiral and deeper into a thought that's causing you chaos or something that's causing you chaos, the more you fixate on what that thing is, it can mess up your health. And let me just give y'all a little personal anecdote. If you've made it this far in the video, quite honestly, you deserve the vulnerability. Okay. I am the type of girl that once I got something on my mind, something that I'm feeling, something that needs to be done, something that, whatever, you name it, I can't stop thinking about it. And it's something that I'm working on, but this tip really speaks to me because last year I had my first, what I knew was severe panic attack. And I don't say that lightly. And I don't say that humorously. It was very serious. Um, it was very serious. And, we can have a little story time about that in more depth because I don't want to just hop, skip, and jump over it. But it's just that was the reality of the point that I had gotten to because I was spiraling, because I was fixating, because I wasn't breathing. And, I had to go to a cardiologist, which thank God everything is fine and normal. But yeah, that's where a point that I had gotten to. And I'll tell you, after that experience, I promised myself that to the best that I could, I wasn't going to let myself get to that place again. And thankfully, I have not. But it does take intentional steps like breath work, like what the tips that I'm giving you to prevent that for me. So, yeah, that one is super personal. So, take it or leave it. Number 5, you got to make calm visible if you want to be the calm in the storm, okay? So this is what I mean. If somebody is trying you, you have to personify calm, okay? I'm talking about Academy Award winner calm. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So this is the one that I love. Like, I love this one because it helps so much. It's like that visualization technique, but amplified. So, you almost have your like calm toolkit. That's what I like to call things like my toolkit because for real, like you always have that little toolkit handy and you know what you need to go back to when you're starting to feel wild, okay? So cut on your favorite playlist, your favorite podcast, if that's what calms you. Go do yoga if that's what calms you. Go take a walk if that's what calms you. Get those endorphins going. Get that energy out of your system, however methods work for you. And I can go on and on about what these methods are. You could go get a drawing book and draw. Do a little 2-minute reset. It doesn't have to be long. It don't have to be drawn out. You get play on words, okay? But for real, like you need to have that thing or those things that you can always go back to make calm visible. So try it out. This is the last tip. It's tip number 6. Tip number 6. We in this. Tip number 6. We in this. Hey. All right. This is a good one and one that I'm still learning. Like I told y'all, these tips ain't just for you. These tips are things that I'm incorporating into my own life, y'all. You are not alone. You are not alone. For real. When you're going through things and things feel like they're starting to bubble, there's a lot of times, oftentimes, that you feel like it's just in you. It's just happening to you. And it's hard to really see that there is a community of people out there. We're in this together. We're in this life together. And life is about community and really leaning into the people who you love, the people who you trust, and the people who know you exactly for who you are. And, I'm still learning this, but, it's nothing like being on that mini brink of crash out, okay, or chaos, and you talk to your partner, you talk to your bestie, you talk to your family and friends, the ones that you love and trust. Trust. It's just, hey girl, what's up? Like, yeah, today is wild, but let's chit chat. What's going on? Did you see that? It's just that idea that you have people. And if you feel like you don't have people, comment below. Comment below. This is what this community is for, okay? Letters to 30. Let's lean into each other. If you feel like you're on a mini crash out right now and you got to this point of the video and you don't feel like you have community, tap in. Let's tap in, because that's what we're doing in our 30s, y'all. We're not alone. We're in this together. So I really wanted to end with that tip, because that's the main one that I'm still learning. And that's why I created Letters to 30, y'all. From the inside out. So yeah. I am just thankful that you guys are here, that whatever you're going through right now, both good and bad, okay, that it's life, and life is gonna life when it's gonna life. And I hope that if life is life, and you can always get back to this video and you can just go through these tips and take what works for you. And I pray and I hope that if you feel like you're on that mini crash out, that like I was this week, okay, and I'm sure I will again in a few weeks, months, hopefully years, but no, like the reality is I'm gonna be on a little mini crash out soon, and I know that I got my mini toolkit to hopefully get me out of that space. And look, let's be real. We ain't always gonna be good. We're gonna have our moments. So let's lift each other up. Thank you for watching this. Like I said, chaos is always gonna exist, but you have a choice to stay calm, okay? And that's what we're gonna do together. So thank you for stopping by. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And please just catch up on all of my videos, y'all. If there's any topics that I'm not hitting so far that you're interested in, I want to touch on those, because this is meant for you guys, okay? I love y'all, and I'm just so thankful for you guys and grateful. And thank you for being a safe place for me to be vulnerable. And yeah, love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the other side.